So I got the sump in so you guys can see how everything is looking so far. I got the reactors in place. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's doing well today. Before we start, please smash that like button for me. It really helps out with the algorithm and everything, and I really appreciate everybody's support. Now, if you're new here, I'm Hugh. This is my Waterbox 7225. We're on another day and we're working on the plumbing today. Got this mess right here. I'm trying to build a manifold. My reactors, I bought two Aqua Maxx reactors, kind of similar to my Sea Reefer 350 if you guys have been following along. So I got a whole bunch of parts and I didn't really plan it out well, so UV sterilizer right here, and I got 3 of these quarter turn valves. They're cheaper than the gate valves. Yeah, I'm trying to start on the manifold. So up top right here, I'm just laying it all out. I got the T-pieces. I gotta get the piping cut and everything, but I gotta run to Home Depot and buy 1/2-inch piping. Up top right here is 3/4 inch piping with the T's, and then it reduces to 1/2 to get to the reactors. The reactors accept 1/2 bulkheads like this, so I'm gonna convert it. Let me show you guys in the Sea Reefer 350. Alright guys, this is my Sea Reefer 350. It's kind of dusty and messy in here, but I got the same Aqua Maxx reactors for the Waterbox 7225 build. So you can see up top, you can see the T-fittings for the PVC, and you can see it reduces to 1/2, and these are spear valves. They're like 25 bucks each. So with the Waterbox 7225, we're going with the quarter turn valves I got at Marine Depot. It wouldn't be precise, but it's the same thing. But you can see right here where it goes from the valve down into the reactor, and you can see the fittings right here for the reactor. You just convert it so we can hard plumb everything. Originally it's just barbed fittings where you can just plug in your silicone hose, but we're gonna hard fit it and have it hanging, like kind of floating like that. I'm trying to aim for the same effect, but we'll see. So right now I gotta run to Home Depot and buy 1/2-inch piping and 1/2-inch elbows. So the water comes into the reactor, does its thing, and then it flows back up, and then it's gonna come out this way and then back into the sump. That's where it exits. So 1 inlet and 1 outlet right here. We're gonna get the pieces and then try to build everything up and see if it fits under our sump. But I like this setup. It's clean and everything's kind of hanging and kind of organized, and we want that similar look for the Waterbox 7225 here. We got the cheap piping and cheap valves. You know what, I just don't want to waste more money on aesthetics, so we just want it to function but look really nice as well. So this route, I'm just gonna go with the cheap white plumbing and just have everything mocked up. So you can see down here it's basically white out anyways, and the sump's blue, but we don't gotta go all fancy with all the piping and everything. I did buy piping right here, but I don't have 1/2 piping, and I don't feel like going to bulk resupply and ordering more crap from them. But yeah, we're gonna go to Home Depot and get the 1/2-inch piping, see what's up. Right here I was fortunate enough to be able to fit on the union pieces right here to the UV so we can hard plumb it that way. The piece right here, you can see it'll fit on and thread and everything, but I'm just gonna get some silicone and silicone this in like this, and then we'll thread it on. All right, off to Home Depot. I got my list here and everything. 1/2 inch pipe, small silicone, 1/2 inch elbow bulk, some screws for the brackets right here, 1 inch unions times 2. So right here, I had to replace the bulkheads with 1 inch bulkheads, the ones that came with the Skims Overflow. It's some weird size that I could not fit in basic piping with, so I'm gonna convert it, and then back here I'm gonna drill. But to clean it up, I'm gonna buy 2 more slip bulkheads and drill and put the bulkheads right here so it looks pretty clean. We're waiting for that through Amazon. And one other thing to pick up at Home Depot, you can see up top right here, it's my aquatic life fixture. I wanted to rewire the lighting, so right now it's just 2 plugs, one set for the front and one set for the back. I want to convert it so when you turn on one set, the outer bulbs turn on, and then the other set, the inner bulbs turn on. So I need to get some wiring to kind of splice it up and convert it. But I got some LED lighting to go in the middle. We'll do that in another video, but we're gonna go off to Home Depot right now, see what's up. Alright guys, I just came back from Home Depot. I was surprised that one 10-foot section of pipe was only $2. I picked it up, so we're gonna glue my lovebirds in the back. When I first got them, I shot a video. They were super quiet, but dude, they're so loud every day. Anyways, I got a 10-foot section for $2. So right now we're gonna try to clean some of this tape off, and we're gonna start gluing everything together and kind of mocking out the cuts and everything. To start off, I glued the 3/4 to 1/2 reducer into the T-pipes right here. We'll let it set. Next, I'm going to silicone this piece on right here, and we'll let that set. Alright guys, I got the Aqua Maxx reactors out here, so we're not going to do anything with the entire reactor just yet. And this goes inside. What we're focused on is the cap, the lid. So originally it has 2 of these barb fittings on top right here. People usually don't hang these. They'll just get silicone hose, plug it in, and then zip tie it or put a fastener on it, and then they're done. But for us, we're gonna convert it into hanging reactors. So what we do is we take off the barb fitting and we replace it with this fitting right here. You can find this at Home Depot. It's in the conduit section. It's called a 1/2. You guys can't see, but it's 1/2 terminal adapter. So what we're gonna do is there's a hexagon cutout on top right here. We're gonna turn it around, so this is on the bottom end, and I think I need to steal this rubber, what do you call this, gasket, rubber O-ring. Steal it off of the barb fitting. I'm gonna put it through. That might not have enough threads. Alright guys, I ditched the washer right here because the terminal adapter doesn't have enough threads. Once I put in that adapter or that washer, I just lose that much thread that I can't thread on that center piece right here and the nut. So what I did was I got some of the silicone, 100% silicone, and I ran a thin little bead right before pressing it onto the plate, and that should make it waterproof or whatever. I'm never gonna take this off. I haven't with the Red Sea Reefer 350, but that's how we're gonna do it. So let me clean up some of this right here, and then we'll do the other plate. Should be set. So I got the 2 plates done. We'll let that cure. Next, we want to attach the valves to the T's. So I went ahead and sized this up right here. I don't use a saw or anything like that because when you're using a saw, it's gonna make shavings and things like that. You gotta clean out. It's cleaner to use a pipe cutter. This thing just cuts through the pipe like butter. So I'm gonna cut 2 more of these pieces, and then we'll glue them up together as close as we can, because this is the top part right here. So let's get to it. I did it off camera. I'm too lazy to set up the tripod, but I got the connecting piece there. So what I'm doing is putting it together. So when you're putting everything together, remember that the PVC cement is not glue. What's actually happening is you're melting the PVC on this end and on this end, and once you join it together, it kind of melts, the solvent kind of melts the plastic together. It's not actually gluing it together, it's like melting everything together, so it's a tight fit. So let me get these valves on, and then we'll go from there. 3 valves done. So we gotta break out the measuring tape and then measure how much distance we need from the reactors, because I think we got a lot of room because my stand is 40 inches high. But just to be sure, we don't want it to be unlucky and hit that top brace or anything like that. So we're gonna get out the measuring tape and measure everything out. But next step is to attach the plate to the valves right here, and we'll figure out all of the spacing and everything, and we'll get the pipe connecting all 3 valves together. Alright guys, this is how I have everything mocked up. It's with all the piping, but I didn't glue the sections down here yet. But basically the water's gonna flow through into the reactors, and then in back right here I have it coming down. So the water's gonna enter the reactor, go do its thing, and then it's gonna come back up and exit through this hole right here, and it's gonna loop down this way. With the brace there and everything, I'm gonna do the loop down section last, but this is kind of what I have so far. I'm trying to gauge how much space in between. Trying to see if I want the reactors this close to each other, but it's looking good so far. I'm still waiting for the silicone for the UV right here to cure up. Once it does, I'm gonna figure out how to where the heck how to plumb everything with another switch right here, another valve. We'll see. This is what I got. It took me forever, like trying to figure out how to do this UV. I want it to be as close as can be, like kind of tight, but then the elbows just push it out a little further. I'm gonna try to go to Home Depot and see if I can find a straight right angle. Maybe we can cut it in a little bit so it'll be closer, but right now it's like a big gap. But this is what I got so far. I kind of mocked up, but I'm gonna call it a day and we'll come back one of these days when I have some more time. Today's Sunday, by the way. I'm gonna come back and redo this somehow, or if I come up with a better plan, I'll rework it. But this is what I got so far, just to start out and everything. A couple of days has passed and I'm back trying to work on this thing. I pulled out the sump and I had everything mocked up. If you guys follow along on Instagram, I kind of gave a sneak peek of how everything looked with all the reactors hanging, with the UV hanging and everything. So the water's gonna come up this pipe right here, and we built this manifold with these 3 valves right here, so we can kind of break the water out of the main pipe and feed it into our reactors. I had everything kind of dry fitted just to see how everything fits, and I'm using cheap pipe. This is from Home Depot. It's like $2-3 for 10 foot of pipe, so if you mess up, it's not too bad. Just go buy another pipe for only a couple of bucks. So kind of measured everything out and spaced it all out, everything, and I used these clips right here. They're in the conduit section. I didn't go with the metal hangers. These are plastic or ABS, whatever it is. It's pretty cheap. Find it in the conduit section. So all I got to do now is get the piping towards that way and then up, and then we'll get the return pipe into the tank. Once that's done, we'll work on the overflow pipe. I gotta drill some holes right here and get it through. So right now I'm just trying to slowly take apart the pieces and kind of glue it together. I already glued these sections right here and up top, so we slowly just got to take everything apart and glue it together. So I took the whole manifold down and I got a pencil and I marked where the T connectors connected to the pipe on all of the T's right here this way, so I have a placeholder to see how far I gotta push when I'm gluing. I don't want to push it too far in or to have it too far out, because I have everything kind of spaced out evenly with the reactors and the UV. I can put another line horizontally like this, so I would know how to line up everything, because I don't want it crooked. But luckily everything kind of lines up with the floor right here, so I'll just eyeball that while I'm gluing. So right now I'm just gonna take everything apart, put some glue on and push it in until I reach the lines right here. I'm gonna get that done right now and we'll cut back in. Alright, I just glued everything to my eyeball. It might look a little crooked, but I don't know. If we mess up, we'll just redo it. It's very cheap. I didn't go with expensive valves for the manifold, and all of this stuff right here is from Home Depot. It's like very cheap, so if you mess up, don't worry. You can always redo it. It's not that expensive if you're going with Home Depot piping. If you're going with the blue and colored stuff from bulk Reef supply, it's like $20 for like 2 feet or 4 feet or something like that. But it's way more expensive than $5 for 10 feet. To me, as long as it's functioning, we don't need to go all fancy and things like that. And it's way faster to go to Home Depot to buy the white piping versus waiting for bulk Reef supply for the blue piping anyways. So I got it all glued up. I'm just waiting for this to set, and then we'll mount it back up, and then we'll attach the reactors. Okay, we got the manifold up, so now I'm just attaching the lids right here. They go on the reactor. We just gotta glue this small section of pipe onto the valves, and I'm trying to line it up so that the exit pipe is in back. When you're facing in front like this, you're not seeing that exit pipe, so the water's going to flow through the reactor, and then it has to exit through these elbows right here. I still have to cut out piping to have it redirect back into the sump, but I'll show you that when the time comes. Right now we're just trying to line up the two plates right here, glued in place. So I got everything lined up and it's all glued into place, but I didn't complete this part right here because I gotta drill through this board right here, 3 holes, 2 for the overflow and 1 for the outflow. But let me get the sump in so you guys can see how it looks. Alright guys, I got the sump in so you guys can see how everything is looking so far. I got the reactors in place, the UV in place. I wired up the UV as well to a smart switch up here. All of the rat's nest of the wiring is tucked up top right here. When you're looking through like this, you don't see any of that mess. I do have a pile of wires on the bottom right here, but since we frosted the sump, you don't see that distraction. You see this wire right here, it's coming over to the back temporarily, but once it goes over to the back, it's behind the frosted film, so you don't even see that distraction. So I'm pretty happy with the reactors right here, right in front. This is a bio pellet reactor, carbon reactor. I'll be changing out the carbon like every month or so. It will be very easy to access. You just undo these screws up here and you twist and it comes down. Change out your media, and it's a good place to keep an eye on and everything. So we got everything in place, and I put in the Spears valve right here and the secondary emergency drain. I'm gonna have to pull the sump out and finish up the piping right here. I did the whole manifold up until this part right here. I didn't know whether to drill up top or go down to the side right here. I think I'm gonna decide on going down to the side to have everything kind of cleaned up in one area. But that's pretty much it for this week. I just wanted to show you guys how I hang the reactors, what parts you need from Home Depot and things like that. These reactors, BRS does not even sell them. You can buy them at Marine Depot. I'll leave a link down in the description if you buy from the link. It's an affiliate link. It will help out the channel as well. So feel free to check it out for yourself, but I think these are clean and the price isn't that bad if it's on sale and things like that. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what's to come for the next video. I feel like this video is dragging on too long right now, but this is the overflow box. I didn't want to drill the tank, so I decided to go with this overflow box. I got it at bulk Reef supply. It's a Skims overflow box. It was on closeout, so I got 2 at a very cheap price, closeout. But back here, I kind of marked up everything so I know where to drill for these 2 overflows, as well as the return pipe. I got it marked out and everything like that. This is silicone hose, but check this out. I haven't seen anyone do this for a reef tank, but I decided to use a lily pipe to see how it goes. This is usually used for planted tanks. I haven't seen anyone use it for reef tanks. It's probably a reason behind that, but this is my tank. I want to do what I want to do. Just want to try it out. I just thought that the lily pipe looks very sexy with this clear aquarium. So I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see if this whole thing gets gunked up with algae and coralline algae. We'll go through the motions and I'll report back to you guys. But the next video, we'll go in more detail with how I complete the plumbing and everything. But yeah, that's it guys for this video. I just wanted to show you guys how I hard plumb this tank, how I hang the reactors, how I built the manifold right here. And the next video will just complete everything, connecting it to the overflow and the return. That's all I have for you this video. I hope you guys have a great day and God bless.